Hello, everybody. Welcome to MJ Comix. I'm James Mack, and I'm joined tonight by my good friend Gem Mint from Gem Mint Collectibles. Thanks for joining us, Gem.
What up, everybody? What's up, MJ? How you been?
I'm good, mate. Are you?
Doing good. Looks like you're one of the Thunderbolts in the thumbnail.
I know that's what that's why I didn't have time to add you in there. I was hoping to try and add you in there, but I didn't have time to do it. But no, I appreciate you spending your Sunday afternoon with me on this. For me in the UK, it's a bank holiday tomorrow. We
Okay.
kind of had this discussion like last year, but like we have like 5 of them a year.
Oh,
It
okay.
just basically means that like the banks are closed, so like not many businesses are open. It's just like a
Your
day of
post
work.
office is closed and everything.
Yeah. Some retailers are still open because they like to do business on it, but
Yeah, yeah.
it's just a day off for the banks and stuff. So it's
So they didn't bother to make up a holiday. They're just like, you know what? We're all just closed these days.
yeah, like they
Whatever.
kind of like follow like so like Good Friday and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So but yeah, they're just random days basically. We have like a few in May, which is great. I think we have 2 or 3 in May.
Oh,
It's
okay.
always good. But now how you been? You okay?
Yeah, yeah. Doing good. How about you guys? You guys just came back from vacation, right?
Yeah, we went to a place in Wales called Anglesey. It's like a little island off Wales. Really nice. Really nice place.
That's cool. Are you in the
When
new house too? The background looks different, no?
no. Like all
Maybe
to
the
my
lights.
right here is everything's like boxed.
Oh,
So
okay.
like we don't have a move date or anything like that yet. It's just still with the legal like
Gotcha.
all the paperwork and stuff at the moment. But no. When's the last time you went on vacay?
I don't even remember. It's
Do
been a
you,
while.
is it Do you went and review didn't you go to, like, Brazil or something, like, for
Yeah,
to
but that was,
review?
like, at the end of 2023,
Oh, wow, so that's 2 years ago.
and then I think we went to Alaska, me and Fee, after that. I think it was after that.
That was to see the lights, was it? Did you get to see the lights?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we didn't get to see them. They were out there, but not the days we were there.
Oh, man, sucks. Um,
Cold as
it
hell.
was. No, but you've got, I appreciate you coming on because I know, after this, you're gonna be game streaming?
Yeah, probably. We usually do, like, a Sunday night game stream, so that's why this kinda worked out. Because I was like, "You know what? Let me move all this stuff into here." Because I always move the setup from, in here and then out in there for, like, the weekly stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, "You know what? It'll give me an excuse to get set up, get it ready to go."
No,
I
I
downloaded
appreciate
a couple new games too, so we'll see what they look like.
Yeah, I saw you mentioned earlier that you downloaded Expedition 33, which is that
Everyone's
new.
talking about it, man. Yeah, I didn't even realize it was called Claire Obscure Expedition
Yeah,
33.
I have no clue what that is,
Yeah.
what that means.
It's supposed to be a really good RPG, like on some Final Fantasy VII Rebirth type stuff. So
Yeah, so it's like, it's a turn-based, isn't it? So it's like
that's what I'm
going back
hearing.
to like the yeah.
But I
Um,
like that though. I like those types of RPGs.
yeah, definitely like Final Fantasy 7 and Chrono Trigger, which you could actually switch between active and turn-based.
And I still never played that Chrono Trigger, man. I've heard all about it, but
One of the best games ever made, bro. One of the
that's
best
what I'm
games ever
hearing.
made. Well, we've got some people in the chat, so I appreciate
I
everybody for
see him.
joining this evening. We've got Nigel in the chat. Thank you so much. He's put, haha, this should be good, lol. We've got From the Dungeon TV. Thank you so much for
From the
joining us, bro.
dungeon. Well, the thing is, I saw this movie pretty much by myself, and I haven't really been able to talk to anybody about it. So this is actually good because it really helps you remember things that went down, the things that you liked, the things that could have been done a little bit better. I was thinking actually when you were playing the intro, they didn't really have like good music in the movie, right?
No, Matt, like I don't know if I'm just getting old. Like I went with my sister-in-law because she's a big Marvel fan. Because otherwise I went at like 9:30 this morning to go and watch it because I was that desperate.
Yeah.
Um and I was like, I couldn't hear like Florence Pugh in the intro, like the first
Oh
opening,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
when she was talking during all the action because the action
Yeah.
was so loud, and I was like, Is that me or is that like the way that it's been edited? I don't know because she was
Yeah.
talking while she was fighting and stuff, wasn't she?
Because I thought like in the MCU movies they've been using a lot of like classic music, but I don't know if that was more of a Guardians of the Galaxy thing. I can't think if they've done it in other
Yeah, no,
movies.
no, no. I think you're right. Yeah, there wasn't. Yeah, there was like an overall theme in it, but it was just basically like a composed,
Yeah.
classical thing.
I do like the Thunderbolts theme, which is kinda like a messed up version of the original
Yeah,
Avengers theme.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was good to hear. I mean, I presume we're okay to spoil some things. Do you
Well,
think?
no, this is gonna be I thought it would be a spoiler discussion, right?
Yeah, yeah. If anyone's got any problems with spoilers, just let us know.
Yeah,
But
because I mean, otherwise, how are we gonna have a whole stream just talking about not talking about it, you know what I mean?
no, exactly. Yeah, no. But we've got thank you so much from the dungeon coming in. We've got our good pal Mike Cecilius. Thank you so much. Don't tell my family that I have an AirPod in my ear at dinner. We've all done it, buddy. We've all done it. I can promise you that. Can Sentry beat the Hulk's ass in the MCU? I
See, the
mean,
problem is we already saw Thanos give him the business, so it's kinda like
yeah. Well, I
and
mean, yeah,
I guess he could. I mean, Sentry, he was basically, again, we're in spoiler territory, obviously, but, he's basically untouchable, right? It's kinda like an aura force field.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
We
he
we
is
saw.
strong and fast as well. He's got it all, so damn.
Yeah, you did a great like review of the omnibus, didn't you? Or the like
Well, yeah, the trade,
the
that was
trade
the
paperback
first
for
time
it.
I read Sentry stuff. Like, I've always heard about him, but I just read the Paul Jenkins stuff, and,
That's a great story. That is
it
absolutely
was
great.
yeah, but I gotta check out some other Sentry stuff because that was more so of, like, a psychological and not as much of him as Sentry as this Superman type character. It
Yeah,
was more like, is it even real? It was kinda like how they have the Moon Knight, Jeff Lemire stuff, and then you got the Moon Knight, the street level stuff, the David Finch run with
yeah.
those crazy covers, but
No, no, it was
yeah.
a good video. That was a great video, but
I think
we've got
he probably rip his ass in half.
yeah. But what Noel's gonna get? You obviously remember King in Black.
I
What a
didn't, but
great
I know, but Noel rips Sentry in half, right? I know, I
yeah.
saw that somewhere. I didn't remember that.
Oh,
I was
did you
like,
not
"Oh,
remember it?
damn."
Oh
I
man,
could see it happening, but I didn't remember it.
I think from that storyline, that's pretty like the thing that stands out in my head,
The
and I
big
kind
thing
of
to
feel
show Noel's power, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's kinda coming back to me though when you talk about it, but
We've got EML in the house. Thank you so much for joining. We've got Tommy Keys. He's not on the lam, but yeah, he's joining us tonight. Thank you so much, Tommy. We've got Lawrence from Mighty Comics and Collectibles. What's up,
what
buddy?
up?
I'll Lawrence, if you want to jump on in a bit, I'll send you the link it when I get a couple of minutes. Have you do you know Mighty Comics?
I think, in passing, I don't think we ever really spoke,
Cross
but I think
paths.
maybe here and there just
Yeah.
yeah.
He's a good guy. We've got a
Yeah.
super chat from JSS Brooklyn. Thank you so much for
What up,
that,
what
buddy.
up?
He did message me beforehand. He's got a Dungeons and Dragons night tonight, so he's preoccupied.
Oh.
And
I used to have a friend group that would always try to get me to come over and do that, but I never did it. You ever play that D&D?
I've never played it.
Me neither, never.
I, I've played. Is it Hero Quest? Is that like a similar?
No,
Have you ever heard of that? I
nah, I've never played
basically
any of those.
my good friend Alex basically bought like a 1980s version of it, and he's like, "Oh, get the Heroes Quest. It's the best game in the world." Blah 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 blah. And he's like, "Come round. We'll have a few drinks and play it."
That's what
And so I
they would get drunk as hell and play it. That's their whole thing. They would try to sell me
yeah.
on it.
So I went round, had a few drinks, and he was like, "Yeah, roll the dice. Yeah, roll the dice. Yep, no, you lose, I win. You lose, I win, all the time." And then
Yeah.
I was just like, "What is the point of this game? I've literally not done anything because I keep rolling the wrong
Yeah.
numbers." But it's
Doesn't
just,
sound fun to me. They never could talk me into it. I was like, I mean, I'm down to come drink with y'all, but
yeah, yeah, I think it's the storytelling element that was supposed to like is supposed to be so good
yeah, like
about it.
Tommy just said, they would try to like explain the game to me. Like, yeah, you just kind of do whatever you want. You just make it up as you go, and you make up a story. And I was kind of like, I don't really want to do that. But I could understand like the characters and the lore. Like, I kind of like the world, right? But
Yeah, yeah. Well, I do you watch Stranger Things?
yeah, I watched when yes. Yeah,
So
so I
I
like how
think
they took that kind of theme
yeah,
and
yeah.
incorporated it to a show that was, a good show.
I read after the last season, there's like, is it Vecna and the
Yeah.
Mind Flayer are actually based off of characters from Dungeons
Right,
and
yeah.
Dragons because obviously that's what the kids call them.
Yeah, yeah.
But apparently, do you remember is it Eddie, the guy who plays
Yep.
Puppet Master or whatever it is? Um, he there's a character in D&D that gets killed by bats and becomes like a vampire, like
Mm,
who betrays Vecna.
okay.
So maybe next season he comes back and he's a bad guy for a bit, but he I don't know. That's just my
So
theory. That's
so they
just like,
they kinda made him like that's the origin of that character.
yeah, yeah. I don't
Cool.
know if that will happen, but he was a
He
popular
was my
character.
favorite character, I think, of the show.
Yeah, Sam.
Yeah.
Him and Steve. Those are my favorite
Steve
characters.
the Hair Harrington?
Yeah,
I liked 11, but I'm always like a main character type of person. I don't
yeah,
know,
yeah.
11's kind of the main character, but not really. It's the other 2, right? The 2 kids.
The Mike and
Yeah,
what's his name? Oh, I forgot his name.
drawing a
With the
blank.
teeth. Dustin, is it?
Oh,
With
yeah,
Dustin.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't remember it. Yeah.
But we've got Faithful Steve. Thank you so much. Gem in the house, looking
Yeah,
to
I know
hear you
I
guys
think
take
Steve
on
saw
this movie.
Thunderbolts twice, man.
Man, that's crazy.
I
But to
tell
be
you what,
fair,
though, I would
I,
watch it
I
again, though. I think
I'd watch
it
it
was
again
worth watching. I can't wait to talk about some of the shit because we talked about it a little bit on
on the
Friday, but
live on
just kinda kept
Friday.
it
Yeah,
vague. So
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
excited to talk about a lot of the shit that I liked about it, man.
I, w-
So
I was saying to Gemma that I've really like tried not to spoil the movie for myself, like when people have been talking about it
oh, yeah, I didn't get
like
spoiled at
posts
all.
and stuff like that. We've got Gemma in the house. Thank you so much for
Gemma,
being there. We got Dirty Diggler in the house. Thank you so much for joining us,
my boy
buddy.
Clint Barton.
Derek, thank you so much, buddy. Always appreciate you joining us. We've got Indoor Sugar also as well. Thanks, buddy. There's a lot of the Geminites in the chat tonight.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
very much, guys. We
A lot of
appreciate
the
it.
Discord crew. I shared it in the Discord.
Yeah. So for anyone watching, Gem has a great Discord group that's got plenty of different servers in it for all different things like gaming, movies, loads of things, comics, statues, omnibuses, all
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Pretty
Um,
much for anything you could think of. We're always
eh,
adding stuff too. Like I think we
yes,
just
yeah.
added oh, I can't even remember. I think maybe tabletop games, not for nothing.
Yeah, tabletop
Yeah.
games was added like Warhammer and D&D and stuff like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, we've got so anyone else new joining? We've got Figure Drawing. Thank you so much for joining us. On a Thunderbolt cast related note, have you guys seen The Apprentice? Sebastian Stan plays Trump.
I haven't
I've not
seen
seen
that.
it.
I never watched
No.
any of The Apprentices. Even Trump. What is this a new one that he's talking about or?
I think yeah, so Sebastian Stan who plays Bucky Barnes is he played Donald Trump in like a I'm guessing it's like a biopic or something.
Oh no, I didn't even hear about it.
So he played Trump. I've not seen it.
Me
I'm
neither.
guessing it's called The Apprentice because he used to
The
do
show. Okay, yeah, yeah,
TV
yeah.
show. Did it. We've got Toxic Achiever. Thank you so much. Did the movie change how the void works? Um,
I
we
wasn't too big on the character to begin with. I only read the Paul Jenkins run, but I like how they handled the Void character.
yeah, same here. I thought it was good. We've got Izzyverse in the house. Thank you so much for joining us,
And
buddy.
the Void, like in the Paul Jenkins run, he kind of like shoots his hand almost like a tentacle, like a symbiote into the
Yeah,
person, and then they see those memories. But in this one, he's able to just kind of put them into the void, I guess.
yeah, yeah.
Same kind of
Arnold
concept
Knight.
though.
We got Arnold Knight in the house. Thank you so much for
The
joining us.
AK.
Sunday workout. I've lost 5 pounds this week. I'm quite
You heard
proud
me,
of
yo,
myself.
because we got the fitness
Fitness
server
group as
too,
well.
man. Being there trying to keep everybody motivated.
Yep.
That's good,
I'm
man.
using that. Is it Lose It app? Have
Loses
you
the
got
ad,
that?
but man,
Yeah.
they're crazy with the ads. Back, I used to use it back in the day, and there was never any ads on it.
Bro, I've paid for it. I have.
I was thinking about it too, but that's how they get you. I might
No,
though.
because it popped up and it said 75% off, and I was like, it's only like what
Oh,
like
okay, yeah, I didn't see that.
$12. So I was like, I might as well.
That's how you got to do with no ads, man. But yeah, it's a big help that app.
Yeah, Darth Lopez, Glory, Man United. Thank you very
The
much for joining
Darth,
us.
may the
Have
fourth
you?
be with you, Darth
Oh yeah,
Lopez.
it is May the 4th.
Yeah,
Do you like Star Wars?
I don't dislike it, but I'm not like a big fan of it.
Do you get because obviously we're geeks, and when people like know you and stuff, do you get offended when people just automatically assume that you like Star Trek and Star Wars?
No, no, I wouldn't say that. I think it's it sucks to have to tell them I'm not really a big fan of Star Wars.
Yeah, same. Yeah,
You would like to
same.
geek out with them or whatever, but it's just like, yeah, no, Fee, she really dislikes Star Wars. Me, I get it. I think it's
Yeah,
cool that all the different like aspects of the lore with the Jedi, the Sith. You have the space part of it. You have the supernatural part of it. But yeah, I've seen all the movies and everything, but I haven't seen all the shows. Like I've never seen Andor. I hear people talk like
Yeah,
that's the
everyone
greatest
raves
show of all
about that.
time.
Yeah,
Is it?
I like that Mandalorian program. I thought that
Man,
was
I saw.
good.
Yeah, Mandalorian was good.
Yeah, I think I'm more interested in like the villains. So like
Yeah.
when I was a kid, it was like Darth Maul in that
So you would
episode
join the
one.
dark side, basically.
Yeah, probably. Just but do you not think though, if you were an actor, you would prefer to play the bad guy just because it's more interesting?
I think yeah, it's always tempting, right?
Because it's against the
The
norm,
bad
isn't it?
guys, the bad guys are always cooler. Even as coming up, Skeletor, Megatron, Shredder.
Yeah.
The bad guys were always the coolest.
Email has put, do you all think that try do another Taskmaster in the future since they are off the character in the beginning of the movie? Literally lasted about.
I felt like, was that like, we hear you. You guys hate this character. Boom, they're dead. That's
Yeah.
it. Did
Yeah,
you feel
'cause
like that, or did you feel like they just didn't want to write the character into the movie, or they
I feel
wanted to
like
kill somebody to make it feel like it was real stakes, even though it didn't make me feel anything. I was like, oh,
no,
they
I
just killed
had
off Taskmaster.
no emotions at all about it.
Yeah, I didn't give a shit.
And they did the whole like face reveal, didn't they? Just to show it
Yeah.
was that
Just
plain.
to talk, the masks opens up and then closes back up. I was like, this is stupid. They might as well not even paid that person and just
Exactly.
had masked up the whole time.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've seen. I don't know. I don't think I've seen her do any promotional work for it because obviously she's in it for about 2 minutes.
But yeah, I don't even. I guess good for her. They still gave her some kind of check, I guess, but
Yeah,
pointless.
yeah, definitely.
Yo, MJ, you're not gonna believe this, man. You got to hold it down for about 5 minutes. I'll be right
That's
back.
fine. Yeah. So okay, I'll keep going for the chat. Tommy Keys, yep, it's like doing an acting class, can't do that shit. Oh no, a dragon. Dot. Mother knows you wear her drapes. 9 out of 10 for Darth Lopez. I would say that's actually pretty accurate. We've got Mock. Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. Hope you and Lish are okay. Brian Diaz, thank you so much for joining us this evening. We've got Rock and Roller Rankins. Thank you so much for joining us. We've got Metal Elf in the house. Thank you so much for joining us, buddy. Did anyone like the ending of the fight versus Sentry and the post-credit scene? We'll get into that, but yeah, I absolutely loved it, buddy. Izzyverse cannot go back to ads. Majority new Star Wars stories suck the big one, lol. Lose It app will give you a lifetime sub discount if you sub monthly. Got lifetime for $40. I think that's good.
I can still hear you anyway.
That's all right. Yeah. You everything go up?
Oh, I might do that, man, because I got to be honest. They're really making it hard to use with every time you basically enter a meal in, it hits you with an ad.
Oh man. I like the fact that I like because I'm a creature of habit, so like I have like the same breakfast every morning.
Yeah, that's me.
Like,
Especially if it tastes good and the shit's working. I'm like, oh man,
yeah,
I'm eating the same meal for lunch and dinner every day.
yeah, and we're so Gemma's doing it as well. So we like she's cooking like these really healthy meals, and it's just I don't actually feel hungry.
Yeah,
which is
I gotta even make myself sometimes. Like, damn, I gotta eat, otherwise I don't get enough protein in.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's been fun though, man. But it's really, you gotta really, man, pay attention to the shit. It's so annoying.
I know. So you've got GemCon coming up, haven't you? Is it the weekend of the 24th?
Yeah, 23rd. Well, 23rd, I guess people are gonna be coming here. Yeah. And then we're gonna drive up and we're gonna meet up with others. And yeah, the 24th and 25th will be at Collector Zone in St. Joseph, Michigan, hanging out, probably messing up the diet. but it should be fun, man.
What are you going to be doing? Any live streaming or anything like that?
We're supposed to, so we'll plan. I'm planning on it. I'll bring my stuff up there and everything.
Oh, that's cool. Are you going to be live streaming on the Friday or when you're at Collector's Zone?
I don't know. We're probably gonna play it by ear.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I would absolutely, give my left nut to come. But,
we're trying to already plan for 2026. We might do it in Florida since that's kind of his It's a good area for us. A lot of people would travel to there anyway, so make a whole weekend out of it or whatever.
Yeah, so that'd be something that I'd be interested in because I could just we would come on like a holiday and I would just
Yeah. Like
that'd be
maybe
great.
we'll just do it one day where we actually have like a party hall or something, and then people are coming with their families so that they can enjoy the rest of the weekend as well.
Yeah, that sounds good. Sounds really good. Gemma says that everyone that presumes that I'm a Star Wars fan. Um, right, okay, cool. So Thunderbolts. Then I think my reaction to this was if I looked at the lineup of MCU movies, this one I wouldn't even have. I would have thought this is one that I'd quite happily miss
To
prior.
miss.
Yeah, prior to like all these like reviews coming out. Like,
Yeah.
um,
But I was always a little bit intrigued with it because I know Thunderbolts is essentially like Marvel's Suicide Squad.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm more interested in that than a lot of other things that I've passed on a few movies that I was like, whatever. And
yeah,
but this one I was just kind of curious, but I didn't care about any of the characters. I mean, Winter Soldier to a small degree, but I just saw him in Brave New World. He had his own entire show. Like, I feel like I had
yeah,
my fill of Winter Soldier. Pause.
yeah,
But uh yeah, I didn't really care for any of the characters at all. And even while I was watching the movie, I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, it's pretty funny here and there. It's kind of I like Julia Louis Dreyfus. She
yeah.
was doing her best.
She
Nick
looks
Fury.
great for her age, doesn't she? To be fair, gotta admit,
She's what?
she looks great for her
Yeah, yeah,
age.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And I never seen her in Veep. I've seen her obviously Seinfeld a million times, but Veep I've never seen her. She still sounds like herself. But yeah,
yeah,
she's playing this CEI, the head of the CEI. She's being going through an impeachment trial, so she's trying to
yeah.
clear up her loose ends. She gets all of these assets of hers essentially to one
Together.
location, so to hopefully
Yeah,
kill each other. It was kind of like not a great plan. Did they
yeah,
did they use that in the movie? No, they didn't. But not a great plan. Like anything could have gone wrong, and somebody would survive, and you're fucked. So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that was kind
I
of
think,
dumb.
yeah,
But yeah, I'm watching it. I'm thinking like, man, it's kind of like the low budget, great value Avengers. Like, who the hell's gonna care about this?
yeah,
But
exactly.
the way that they're using that to get into Doomsday, I like
Yeah.
how now they're the government funded new Avengers. But wait a minute, they're still the
Spoiler.
regular Avengers with Sam Wilson, and the public is saying that they're the B Vengers and all this. Like, I
Uh,
like that aspect because that's what happened during the incursions in Hickman's Avengers. You had new Avengers and Avengers titles going on at the same time, and
yeah,
it leads to the incursions, which leads to Secret Wars. So they're following the comic books, I think with that overall story. So
yeah,
while I was watching it, I didn't really like the first and second act, but the Void stuff I thought they handled really well. I liked the character.
yeah,
I liked the callbacks to Avengers 1, man. I love how they finally answered who bought Avengers Tower, Stark
yeah,
Tower,
yeah, yeah,
and nobody saw that coming. Everybody said Baxter Building or
yeah,
Kingpin
yeah.
bought it, but it was like, oh, what's her name? Contessa?
Yes, there was a big joke, wasn't it? Because everyone calls her Fontaine, don't they? But it's D Fontaine, isn't it?
Yeah, she
Finesse
said it's D. What did she compare it to? She said something like,
defense. So he's
yeah, this is
the
not
minister
the
of
D.
defense.
It's not, yeah, exactly.
It's not just yeah, brilliant.
But
Um,
also, not only see people, used to say like there was the MCU plot hole. So Brave New World gave us an update on the Celestial in the ocean.
yeah,
This one tells us who bought Avengers Tower, and ironically, it's still Avengers Tower, but now it's for New Avengers, which
yeah.
I like that how they tied that in. I like how the Century fight was in the same room where
They fought
Loki
Loki. Yeah,
fought Hulk and with Iron Man with the not a great plan stuff. So I really enjoyed like the third act for me was banger. I
yeah.
like the third act.
I loved like so I love the post credit scene
Well,
as well.
they're
Where
telling us how does Fantastic Four fit in this world. That's the thing I kept on questioning. Like, how are you going to have a new Fantastic Four in a post Avengers world? But they're showing, they're from another dimension, and
yeah,
boom, now they're going to be here. And whatever happens with that, whether they brought Galactus with them or there's a Galactus in this universe and Shia LaBeouf, Silver Surfer, does that version die out? to leave it open for a
But
Norrin-Rad.
yeah,
And then
that's
it
what
kind of gives you an idea what they might do with X-Men. They could be bringing X-Men in through another
from
dimension in a similar way.
100%. I think that I found what I loved about this movie was I came out of it excited.
Me too.
Like,
Hopeful about the future, right?
yeah, 100%. And like when I came out of Brave New World, I was like,
Yeah, didn't care.
I didn't think that was, yeah. I honestly, that was like that was lucky to get like a 6 out of 10. Like
Yeah, Brave New World
Brave
just
New World.
felt more like a TV show rather than a movie. It wasn't a cinematic adventure. It was just kind of like
Yeah. And
Red Hulk was pretty cool, but
yeah, yeah,
otherwise it didn't really move anything along. Yeah, the celestial body's got adamantium. Okay, so why am I supposed to get excited for that? It's just a stronger version of vibranium. Okay, so
yep.
what? Like besides Wolverine getting it, and I don't think it's too exciting. But this one,
Just
like you said, after watching it, I'm like, damn, I'm excited to see Doomsday and Fantastic Four and Secret Wars.
exactly. And speaking of vibranium, did you see what Sentry did to John Walker's shield? Is that vibranium?
It must have been, right? But I don't really remember. I watched what was the show? Was that Falcon
Falcon
and
and
the
Winter
Winter Soldier,
Soldier.
right?
I'm sure it's vibranium. I
So is it
think
the
it is. Or
same material as Caps, or it makes sense to me that it would be weaker, but he is able to bank it off things as well, wasn't he?
yeah, yeah, I'm sure he is. Yeah, but the way it's the way he said he turned it into a taco.
Yeah. Or somebody said, or it was like a horse. What do you call the horse seat? Carriage? Not the carriage.
Oh yeah, right, yeah, it's a horse seat that you'd sit on. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I think what's good about it as well is you've got characters from like bit part characters from other series and TV and movies, and like that John Walker, he was an asshole,
Yeah.
like a
But
literal asshole.
I liked him in the movie
I
though.
liked him in the end. I actually really liked him. But it did make me laugh because it makes you kind of question, in Falcon and Winter Soldier, when he, mistakenly kills that guy,
Right.
that brutal way he kills.
But I was just gonna say, didn't he kill the guy on camera with that shield?
Yeah, yeah. But somebody said to him in the thing, didn't you kill like the like an innocent person? And he goes, oh well, depends what your definition of innocent was, because I think that they were technically actually terrorists, weren't they?
No, damn. But still, wasn't a
But
good look for him.
no, 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 it wasn't a good look for him, no. But but yeah, no, it's a great. Honestly, I really enjoyed it.
He was a nice, refreshing part of the movie for me. Like I was like, oh, okay. I like, even though it is great value Cap, he still was cool. Like he knows he's great value Cap. I don't
yeah,
know.
it was funny, and I loved the way as well. How many times was the name Bob said in this movie?
So like I said, I was talking about this on stream the other day. Like I remember that era where everybody, like, it was like a thing to call people Bob or say Bob or just say the name Bob. I don't know what that was all about,
Yeah,
but
but it,
yeah, but
it's,
it's kind of like it's just Bob. It's just Bob.
yeah, yeah. But no, it was
I,
great.
yeah,
Go on,
I
sorry.
thought how they introduced him was pretty cool. Like it was very comic booky. It was campy, but I did like it. I didn't dislike that first act or the second act. But I think that the third act really saved it, man, and made it exciting. And then the post credit scenes even more so.
Yeah, I think I think truly, we've got a Swaggle House in the chat. Just want to say hello to Nicky.
Swag.
Um, what I would say, I think the problem for us is I think we get too spoilt with trailers. Like for this movie and
Yeah.
for Fantastic Four now, we're getting so many trailers
Yeah.
released, and even like just TV spots and stuff like that, and it kind of ruins the movie because everything that like
Yeah.
I thought with Captain America Brave New World, I thought I'd seen everything in the trailer. That was pretty much the whole movie.
The
There
thing
was
about
nothing
that is
outside of that.
like if I feel like they were desperate, like they had to show Red Hulk to really get people excited about it.
To get
Because
people in the
imagine if they
seat,
would have
yeah.
saved that, that would have been
Oh man, that
huge.
right. So imagine, right, if they just, I don't know, in the trailer they just, you hear his roar,
Yeah,
and,
maybe.
and they don't show you him, and everyone
Yeah.
everyone will go to go and see it, and they'll be like, oh man, the Red Hulk looked awesome, and
Yeah. I mean, that was my favorite part of the movie was the Red Hulk. I feel like
oh, of
Harrison
course, yeah,
Ford was wasted, right? He was so
yeah.
unlikable as Thaddeus Ross, which I guess is kind of the point, but still, like, you didn't give a shit about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I, and I also kind of felt like the way that I just don't think that Sam Wilson's Cap, I don't think he would be able to take on the Red Hulk.
Yeah.
Just
I mean, he was
don't
using a
think
lot of, his gadgets and
I
his
know.
wings and vibranium, and I mean, think about like Black Panther has augmented powers too, but his suit is a damn cheat code too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Um,
that didn't really bother me though, to be honest. I was like, he was using a lot of his gadgets, and he wasn't going head up like he was going against the gorilla, the 100 men versus gorilla. He
yeah,
was he was evading and flying away and using his weapons.
yeah. I saw like a short on like a million men against 10,000 gorillas,
Oh yeah, I
and
think I saw the same thing.
there was like 9,000 gorillas left in the end. I think crazy.
I did see that.
um, Jem and MJ, who was your favorite character in the movie? Mine was Red Guardian. He was so funny. He was great, actually. To be fair, Red Guardian wasn't he? He's quite
He was alright. He's a little obnoxious.
yeah. I like the dynamic in the end with him and Yelena, where she was saying, "I actually needed you. Where were you?" And he's like, "I'm here for you now."
Right.
I like that. I thought that was touching.
I feel like it's hard not to say Elena because she's basically the main
She's
character
the
of this
main
movie.
character, yeah.
You
And
you you get you get the most from that character. Otherwise, I mean, I like again U.S. Agent. I like John Walker. I
yeah,
liked Winter Soldier was fine. I liked
yeah,
Bob the Sentry. I liked him as Void. He killed it. That first of all, becoming Void and that look with the little beady white
blue
eyes.
eyes, yeah,
That was a
yeah,
dope look, man. They did a good job with that. They
yeah. I thought,
definitely they did it justice, I felt like.
yeah. And I think I really liked I know we saw it in the trailers, but when Bucky arrives and he kind of like helps him out with when he flips the limo.
He flips.
I was getting like Terminator 2 with the shotgun and the bike, and
Yeah, yeah. That's a good yeah. It
that was
was
a
very
cool
Terminator 2-ish.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
great, that was.
It was also
Um,
like I guess reminiscent of Winter Soldier, right? Of like his when we first saw him.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's such a great character, and he was like, he kind of like has took a back seat, and I'm glad that he's in
Yeah, I
this
mean he
movie.
showed up in Brave New World, and I guess that's kind of a little bit of a plot hole. Like you were just talking with Sam Wilson. Why are
Yeah,
you guys not able to figure out this New Avengers thing,
yeah, yeah,
But that's more from the post credit scene, but
yeah, yeah. No, it's good. I feel like with the Sentry as well. I think. What do you think of the suit?
I thought it was fine. I thought it was supposed to. I mean, it looked like how it was supposed to look.
Yeah, yeah,
The suit
look,
is goofy. It's like
yeah,
a yellow and blue Superman suit, and they did it comic accurate. They didn't take any modern liberties really.
yeah.
I thought it was good.
I thought it was really funny as well when they're all having like this really serious conversation, and someone goes, "Did you dye your hair?"
Yeah,
Like
it's like
just
wait a minute.
he's like, "Yeah."
It's the Golden God. It reminded me of Dennis Reynolds. You ever watch It's Always Sunny?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
So he's the Golden God.
yeah. Dennis is like a low key psychopath man. I like. He's
Oh
one of
yeah, yeah.
my.
Well, low key, I
He,
think it's turning up high key.
yeah, yeah. He's him and Frank are like my favorite characters in that show. Like
Yeah,
um, but yeah, no, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens with Fantastic Four now. I came out excited.
yeah.
What would you give it out of 10, Jem?
Oh man, I don't know. It's hard. Like, what's the bar, right? What's a 10? Infinity no, yeah, Infinity War is
Yeah,
a 10 movie.
it's a lot of people prefer Infinity War to Endgame, don't they?
Oh
I
yeah, I
think,
think majority of people. I think there's a lot of people that don't like Endgame. They don't like the whole time travel thing and all that. But I think
yeah,
Infinity War is a 10 movie. First Avengers is a 10 movie. Iron Man is a 10 movie. This movie ended in a similar fashion to Iron Man 1, which I really appreciated that callback
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, with in front of the press conference. That was
from the press conference. And this movie, like again, I didn't care about any of these characters, but I ended up still liking the movie and still looking forward to seeing them. Hopefully, going back and forth with the regular Avengers to see how
yeah,
that
yeah,
all plays out, if they do play it out, or maybe they just leave it in the mid-credit scene. Like obviously the public is choosing the Sam Wilson
Yeah,
Avengers, and because he's still got Doctor Strange,
yeah.
Ant-Man,
He's
Hulk's
gonna
still
have,
around, right?
he's gonna have Shang-Chi. He's gonna have
Shang-Chi, Thor. Where's Thor?
we're exactly Black Panther.
Yeah.
I can't wait for with Doomsday. I literally can't wait for
So are they gonna if they make Avengers go up against new Avengers, and if Bob turns into Sentry, if he turns into Sentry, it's a problem.
yeah, yeah, 100%. Do you think that it will be? I think I've said this in one of your lives. I think that when they use Sentry again in Doomsday, I think that will be a plot device for them to show how strong Doom is. I think it's just going to rip them apart.
Kind of give him the null effect.
Yep, I
Yeah,
think
that makes
that'll
sense.
be.
If
Uh,
Doom destroys Sentry, everybody falls in line,
yeah,
and that's what leads to Secret Wars. I guess he takes the pieces of of each of these universes, puts them together. Maybe that's where we end up with X-Men after that, if you think about it. Once everything goes back to right. You know what I was thinking, man? They have an opportunity after Secret Wars to like shift us into the Ultimate Universe. Like
yeah.
we're now not even in the 616. Now we're in, what is it, 1160 or some shit? I don't even know.
I don't know,
But
mate.
now that's when they could do the Miles Spider-Man movie, which I'm sure would be huge.
Yep.
And then we can get X-Men and mutants and all that other stuff that we've gone through the MCU. It took place in a different timeline.
Yeah. Do you feel like there wasn't the only thing that I'll probably say with Thunderbolts was that I don't feel like there was uh the third act I kind of felt like I couldn't see anybody like dying.
I don't know, but he first started hitting people with the shadow. I was like, oh,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
it
No,
was a little
no.
jarring. I think though, when we kind of figured out you can come back from the void, it was like, oh,
Yeah, yeah.
so we'll set everything right. I mean, I thought it was kind of like King in Black a little bit too. The void covering New York City.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
kind of cool.
That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
And
I
did
liked it. I
you
like. I mean, they showed how powerful it was. I like where they chose to have that final fight.
Yeah, it was good. It was
I
really
didn't
good.
see the new Avengers thing coming. I don't think. I think that's
No,
the
no.
point. I don't.
No, I literally did not. That like I'm so glad that I just stayed away from the internet because that just
Yeah.
like that made the movie like at the end it was great. Um, yeah. um, I think Florence Pugh is a fantastic actress.
Yeah.
Did you,
I liked her in this movie.
I think the whole with Natasha dying and everything. I think she's got a really good backstory.
Yeah, I think she's just as good as Scarlet as Black Widow. Black Widow died and they kept her dead. I think that's good. I mean, I'm cool with her as Black Widow moving forward if she even really needs to do that much more after this, but I guess she'll probably be involved in Doomsday then, and
Oh yeah, yeah.
we'll see what happens with that. Maybe she joins whatever the Endgame Avengers is going to be, or whatever happens in the aftermath of New Avengers versus Avengers.
Yeah, and I love the way they like the whole asterisks for Thunderbolts, like
Right,
where
exactly.
that in
But
the
when
I
did that
thought that
come
was,
into play? I feel like I have never seen them use an asterisk until like the movie was released.
no, I think it's just a play. It's a play in the joke, like a on the words in the movie, isn't it? With the whole, it's based off
The
like a
soccer team or
little
something?
soccer team that she played
Yeah,
on.
but you're saying that they've used the asterisk in promo material weeks ago and stuff? Because I don't remember seeing that.
Yeah, yeah, it's been it weirdly came like I want to remember like I want to say like a few months ago.
Oh,
So
she's not in the same class as ScarJo. I mean, Black Widow doesn't have special powers or anything, so really to me it doesn't matter who is portraying the Black Widow at the time. But yeah, ScarJo when she played Loki in the Avengers, and what did she do? Even in the first scene in the Avengers where she's tied up in the chair and she plays the
oh
guy,
yeah, and she gets out. Yeah, yeah,
she
yeah.
had
She just
classic
manipulates
spy
everyone.
shit going on for sure.
Yeah, that was great in Avengers when she
Yeah,
just
I think that's my
absolutely.
favorite MCU movie is the first of it's hard. It's like the first Avengers and the first Iron Man, I feel like are my favorite ones.
I did you think for 1 second during that movie that they were going to do the whole like Sentry had been around for ages, but
Yeah, I did, yeah. I was waiting for it, I guess, but it didn't need it. And when I was watching it, I didn't think about it anymore. But like leading up to the movie, I was wondering if that's what they were going to do. Were they going to make it so he had really been around this whole time? I guess that would have
Yeah.
been kind of difficult. And then you're messing with a bunch of canon from the past movies.
Yeah. No,
But I mean, I guess I'm glad they didn't. That's kind of like if there was a Century movie, let's do that storyline. You know what I mean?
yeah. So the post set credit scene was filmed on the set of Secret Wars,
I
which I
like that, man.
believe is being filmed in London at the moment.
Secret
So
Wars or
that's
Doomsday? Because I think they can't be
oh,
wrapped on
Doomsday. I
Doomsday.
think it's Doomsday, isn't it? Sorry, yeah,
But hey, I'm with them. Yo, get all that footage right now, man. Let's get it all. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. I don't think it's gonna be as big as Infinity War. Yo, the Thanos quest is just the shit, man. Getting the Infinity Stones, assembling the gauntlet, becoming all powerful, like that's so hard to top, man.
yeah. But there's that I can't remember which comic it's from, but it's there's a couple of panels where Doom meets Thanos, and he rips his spine out.
Yeah, isn't that at the beginning of
Is that Hickman's?
I
Is
think
that
it's the beginning of either Secret Wars or the Avengers, New Avengers stuff leading up to it. I think it's right
yeah,
before Secret Wars. It's kind of like what you were saying to establish Doom's power, take out
yeah.
somebody like that.
Mate, I can't. I genuinely can't wait for it.
Yeah,
We've
I'm
got
looking. All the Avengers movies have been good, man. I've liked all of them. I liked really part two, which I think people people are kind of split on that one, but I liked Age of Ultron.
yeah. I thought Age of Ultron was a good movie as well. I never thought it wasn't a bad movie. Is that the
Yeah,
one where that's the one? That's the one with Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch's introduction, isn't it? Like
and Vision.
and Vision. Yeah.
And you get the Avengers as a team in action, whereas the first movie was really just assembling everybody, But then you finally get them as a team working together, doing shit,
Yeah.
and then you get new characters. The whole Vision thing, the Mjolnir stuff, like expanding on that lore, and then
Yeah.
they came full circle in Endgame with that with Cap, which was crazy.
Yeah.
That was an
That
Endgame,
was.
right? So see, Endgame, you got to give it credit because that's one of the best scenes in the MCU.
Oh, of course, yeah, and the
Yeah.
payoff from that whole little, that was just a comedy scene, wasn't it, from
With the
Age of
teasing with
Ultron?
Chris, yeah,
The
Chris
tease, yeah,
Evans. Exactly, yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
That's what I love about the MCU is that
Yeah.
they prior to Endgame, it was really well built to that end, and I think we've struggled since that with
Yeah,
getting
post Endgame
it
has been rough, and I feel
w
like they always drop bombs, like, they don't have good follow-up to the big MCU, big Avengers movies. I always felt let down with Iron Man 3. I forget
Oh,
what
yeah.
came out after, Avengers: Age of Ultron, but,
Was it Dark
maybe
Thor:
Thor: The
Dark
Dark
World?
World, it might
Maybe?
have been something
Oh,
like
that
that,
was yeah.
yeah, and I can't really remember what was after Infinity War. After Endgame, I think we had Homecoming.
Yep. N
You're a Spider-Man guy, but you're not really a big fan of the Tom Holland, movies, right?
No, so no, that's a. I just think I don't like how gullible and
Yeah.
silly his Peter is. I
Yeah,
prefer
yeah.
it to be a bit more. Um,
Yeah, I can
I
see
I,
that.
I really like the Andrew Garfield version. If I'm being honest, the Spider-Man version.
Yeah, I can see that.
But we got a super chat here from Fuzzy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Damn.
Says it's for the hair gel fund. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, buddy. Um,
I remember
but
back
yeah.
in the day, I used to use this gel called LA Looks. I'm sure you guys didn't have it over there. I
No,
don't
we
know if
don't know that.
anyone in the chat remembers LA Looks.
I read somewhere that hair gel's not good for hair, like
Yeah,
as in
yeah,
it
I've heard that before.
makes people go bald and stuff. But I mean, I don't think I'm got any problems.
Damn,
But
I had a friend that used gel for years, and he went bald, like, in his 20s.
oh man, that's heartbreaking. But
Yeah.
I was saying this to Gemma earlier. So like, being a comic book fan, right? When Guardians of the Galaxy was coming out, I was excited for it because I'd read like, I'd read a few Guardians comics beforehand, like the Andy Lanning stuff and all that.
Right,
And
which is what they kinda based it off of.
it's the exact same team, isn't
But
it?
see,
And
me, I had never had read before. I only even knew what that was because the back of the major victory card for the 92 masterpieces shows his first cover appearance, and it's in an issue of Guardians of the Galaxy. And I used to always wonder, like, what the hell that was. It wasn't
uh,
until the movie started coming out that I started to look into it and figure it out. But even then, I was like, "What is this, man?" I thought this was going to be a ridiculous movie, and That the problem with that movie is now studios think, oh, we could make a great movie out of any team. Let's
Well,
just
that's what I think. That's what I think the thing is. So, like, I think like I went. People would have gone into Guardians with low expectations because they
right.
don't know anything about it, just like
Yeah.
they would with this Thunderbolts movie. And I think when you have good writing and a good story,
Yeah,
and
but they
like the
also have the way
characters,
they did Groot and Rocket, they made them like lovable characters. And
exactly.
then Star-Lord, Chris Pratt was super like charismatic with it. And then Zoe did her thing, and Dave Bautista was a great comic relief. So
Yeah,
like all
yeah,
the
yeah,
characters just really worked. In this
yeah.
movie, I can't say the same. Ghost,
No,
nobody gives a shit about Ghost. Taskmaster was the same thing. They could have killed Ghost in the same scene, and the movie would have been exactly the same.
yeah, I get.
You
I
know, you
totally agree.
Painted Pages remembers LA looks. That's what's up. It used to be in them square bottles.
Fun fact from Faithful Steve. Bob was the name of the character in Top Gun and Thunderbolts for the actor. Oh, yeah, yeah. So, in the movie, in the Top Gun movie, the character name is Bob. It's the same actor. And another fun fact is that the Sentry actor is the son of actor Bill Pullman. Definitely.
Who is Bill Pullman?
You know, the president from Independence Day.
Oh, okay. And also, can we talk about the fact that Bob, a hero in the MCU, once did meth?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I didn't want to catch you while you were drinking, but I was like, he was with me, and I was like, "Yo, did he just say he used to do meth?" He was like, "Yeah, I
'Cause
think so."
the whole backstory is from he was out in Malaysia looking for drugs, wasn't he? So, like,
Yeah, damn, that's crazy, man. That's where we are in the MCU timeline.
yeah,
Superheroes doing meth.
I think what was good though is they kind of like linked like the whole void thing to like mental health,
No, that
like
they did,
people
man. They
experiencing mental
tackled,
health.
and it wasn't a down, depressing movie, but they handled that kind of tactfully, just surrounding the Sentry stuff. It didn't encompass the whole movie really, but
Yeah,
then they did have the little, kind of heartfelt part with Yelena and Red Guardian.
yeah, yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
I thought they handled that well. That makes a lot of sense too. And then I forget who said it. They're like, you give Steve Rogers the serum and you get Cap, but if you give this ex drug addict who's got, I'm saying,
yeah,
mental
yeah, yeah,
health issues, who knows what you're gonna get?
yeah, yeah. That's 100%. Like
Yeah.
she was.
Well,
I
and that's
wasn't.
the same concept with Red Skull. They kind of use it. They gave it to like an evil man, and then he became Red Skull instead of
Yeah,
Captain America.
yeah. Um, we've got Rob Fatstacks in the house. Thank you so much for Rob for
What
joining
up?
us. He enjoyed Captain America, but then I just disconnected from all reality and allowed myself to go with the
Yeah,
story. I'm
I
planning
I
to the
think
same.
Thunderbolts will allow you to really get there. With Cap, it was just kind of like nothing really exciting happened. It was just like whatever.
Yeah,
But
uh,
I didn't dislike it, but it just wasn't anything to write home about, as they say,
yeah.
in my
Uh,
opinion.
yeah. On the 31st of May, I'm going to be on Only Slabs on Rob Fatstacks of Comics channel. So I'm looking forward to that. Have you well yeah, you haven't got any slabs, have you? But
No,
have you ever watched it or you been on it or
no, I know Rob Fastacks just again kind of through in passing, but I don't think we really interacted like that. But
oh, okay.
no,
He had
but that's what's up.
he has like a great show that's on every Saturday where people come on and bring their graded comics on. Um
That's what's up. I have to check it out when you're on there.
yeah, looking forward to indoors. His question. It's not an easy answer.
I forgot what he asked. It was something crazy.
Let's have a look. Um, what do you think of this restream? It's different to
Yeah, I was
Streamline.
gonna say because for the audience, it's probably no big deal, but for me, like I'm in a whole new world over here, man. Restream. We
um,
actually had problems with me getting the camera going.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's why we actually were gonna link up like 15 minutes early. Ended up being late because of that.
And I was thinking it was so funny because I was thinking, do I just start is it rude if I start or does he expect me to start? So I was just like, no, I'll just wait
But then
until
it'll
he
be
gets
one of
back.
those things where you're just hanging around like, all right, he should be here any minute, and then who the hell knows how long it takes.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think they'll merge the two Avengers or
Yeah,
make the
that's what I was
West
thinking.
Coast?
I was like, is there gonna be like a final version Avengers after this, or is it gonna be like yeah, there's a new main Avengers, and then there's a Dark Avengers team with whoever's left over, like all the rough type of characters, Winter Soldier and whoever else.
I was listening to that because I was thinking, are they going to say the West Coast? Are they going to say West Coast? But
They could
no,
do West Coast, they could do Dark. Well, West
yeah,
Coast wouldn't really make sense. They would have to have some reason to be out there, right, in
yeah.
California. But
Do you know what was really well put together as well? Is that in the credits, the imagery about it's exactly what would happen in real life, where they were basically it was news articles about
But I
the
think
new Avengers.
they said those were real articles that really people already put out about the stuff about the Thunderbolts and the MCU and everything.
Oh, really?
That's what I
That's
heard.
crazy.
Yeah.
Some of the photos that were hilarious.
But they're making it seem
Absolutely.
like, yeah, the audience within the MCU is saying the same shit that regular
The
people are
fans are
saying.
saying, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think
But which
that's
made me like the Thunderbolts more and made me like the new Avengers more. You're not supposed to really like them. They're not the real Avengers. And then we even know behind the scenes now they're following Contessa, but she's compromised. Something's up with her. Obviously, she's not a good person. She has all this crazy shit under
I thought,
wraps.
you know, she. I
Because
thought
I
for
always
sure
wondered
that.
what was her role going to be? Is she a good guy or a bad guy? I guess she's technically a bad guy.
Well, she's definitely a bad guy. I think it's one of those things where maybe
She's a
it's better.
politician, so it's kind of like maybe she's not really bad, but she's not really good, but she's not really hurting anybody. I don't know, kind of.
Yeah.
She's trying to get them all killed. We did get nobody really said, well, actually, we did kill Taskmaster. I mean, nobody even
Yeah,
mentions it
no
after they
mention
do
of
it.
that.
The scene going up that big elevator shaft was kind of weird. I don't know. That was kind of a little bit like eye
Yeah, what?
rolly.
Yeah, you know when they burst into Avengers Tower and they're doing that massive fight scene against
Yeah,
all
yeah,
the cops and stuff, and then she just goes, I've just put in that drawer room. I've like it, you can just
yeah.
come
The
up.
door's open.
Door's open.
Yeah,
That
I kind of like her, not intimidated style. It's very Nick Fury, but it's Elaine at the same time.
But I kind of felt like something really should have, really happened with her in terms of just kind of
Mm.
getting away with it. Um,
Well, I guess it ain't over, right? So she's gonna have to Nick Fury. She's gonna have to go up against Nick Fury. Is basically gonna be.
do you think Sam Jackson's going to be back in it?
Well, I don't know. He's like in space now doing Sword, right?
Yeah, but his name wasn't on this. I'm sure his name wasn't on the
It wasn't on
chairs,
the
the
director's
chairs
cut,
we all
huh?
watched for 5 hours.
I mean, I guess he doesn't really need to come back, but who's in charge of the regular Avengers? Just Cap?
Well, exactly. Yeah, who is?
That always was kind of a thing. Like they don't really need. They have enough leaders on the team, but I don't know. Nick Fury kind of was the same thing. Government shield
Yeah,
agent thing.
yeah. Faithful Steve has says that he think they hit out the park with the mental health issue and being alone. Being a father of a child with intellectual disability and finding acceptance was big for me and the wife. Oh, that's
No,
great.
I'm sure a lot of people would identify with it. I think they handled it good too. So
100%.
yeah, and it was very realistic. You're in this superhero world, but they touched on real issues.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was cool.
So, is there anything else from the movie you can? I don't think there is there?
Right? I'm trying to think of anything that might have happened in the middle that I'm missing here. Not really, right?
No, no. No, but yesterday was New Comic Book Day. Do you ever partake in New Comic
Not
Book Day?
really. Never really was into free comic book day. Even when I would like get new comics and be up to date like every week, I
Yeah,
still free comic book day never really. I don't know. I guess I was always in the shop anyway. The
yeah,
thing
yeah,
about free comic book day is it gives people like a reason to go into the shop.
yeah.
That's what I always kind of looked at it. But I was always going to it anyway. And now I don't go at all. So it wasn't enough to get me into the shop again.
No, no, no. I
My
think
shop is too far from the house, man. It's a pain in the ass to get there.
yeah. So I put So yesterday I took the kids. We drove like 50 minutes to like a comic shop to go and support like free comic book day. And when I posted it on Instagram, I got like a few people comment on my story to say like, "Oh man, I don't even have a local comic store." You just are you mirrored, were
I was mirrored the whole time.
you?
Why is that even an option?
What? Why is it Why is it the default that you have it mirrored when it's frustrating, buddy? I'm so sorry.
Nobody really said anything, so I guess it didn't look too crazy.
No, no. I can see Gem Mint Collectibles on your hoodie now, so that's good.
What
No,
the
but
hell? It looked
no, but
normal to me because you usually look at yourself in the mirror. I guess that's the
oh yeah, I
thought
suppose,
process.
yeah, yeah.
You didn't notice.
No, I didn't notice. Not. um, but no, I think so. I drove like 50 minutes to go. I supported a comic shop that I've done a video on it called Untold Comics, and there's a bit of footage there that I've done like a video. I'll be editing that, but I think. What do you think in terms of like free comic book day? Uh, do you think it's for getting existing people in, or do you think it's primarily for getting new people in? There's always the worry. There's some people just going to get free comics, and that's all they.
Yeah, I think it's not to. I think it's to get people into the shop, get new people into the shop, get people that are casuals that don't really come very often. I think the regulars are going to come no matter what. So it's really to get like they said, the other two groups of people to come in. Hey, we'll give you free stuff. A lot of times those books, there's always one or so that ends up being kind of a little bit valuable, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
so
Well,
they'll usually give
there's
you
been
a
a
reason
number over the years. Yeah,
to go get a good book, and then I guess shops will do their own sales as well to try to move a bunch of stuff.
yeah.
So no, I mean, more power to them. But yeah, I guess I haven't been in a single issue world like that, so it's really didn't excite me.
No, no. And to be fair, Jem, since knowing you, I've kind of got into having omnibuses, and
Yeah,
like I'm actually like I'm really enjoying reading again now. Like I went yesterday with I wanted to support that comic shop. I wanted to come and show my face and take my kids, and the kids were interested in because I was like, oh, you can get some free comics, and there's gonna be. I knew there was gonna be like my son's like into like Minecraft and Spidey and his amazing friends and stuff like that.
yeah.
So they were really excited about going. But do you think as like content creators for comic books, do you think we kind of have a responsibility to like I don't know, like to kind of like help out,
Hmm.
like and promote this type of stuff? Because it's kind of like a dying medium. If we don't, I think I'm sure Comic Tom said this in that infamous stream where he said that if we don't talk about comics,
Yeah,
they're gonna
yeah.
die out.
Yeah, for me, I mean, if I was actively going to the shop and
Yeah, yeah,
buying
yeah.
weekly comics, if it was more organic, I wouldn't want to do it just because, like, oh, I make videos about
Comics.
comics and collectibles that I had to support Free Comic Book Day. I mean, I don't know. I guess to me, I just feel like little disconnected from it because I'm not doing the weekly books anymore.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
I really
Do
had
you
to think about it,
d do you
but
still get, like, you used to get, like, the previews and stuff, didn't you, to
yeah,
read
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. Just never from DC. I can never get a DC connect.
I can't
DC is tough, man.
you've got to be fair, you did, what I thought was really awesome is you did a Marvel Strike Force,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, before, that was great. That was
yeah.
good. Um,
I liked it because I always like it, to make sense to the channel, to the content. So it's like, video game and comic related.
yeah. Have you ever had somebody approach you to do promotional work who there's not really anything to do
Yeah,
with
not really, man. And that's what's
that's
funny
good.
because I have friends that have channels and some of them are like statues and such, and they'll get like these crazy.
VPNs and
Yeah, and they'll do it or whatever, like
yeah.
freaking refrigerators and water bottle products. And I'm like, what? I was like, so I don't want to hear anyone say shit to me if I drop a freaking organic price books promo or something because at least it has to do with the fucking
Yeah,
video.
yeah, exactly. That's
But I always think it's funny, like I never do. I never unless there's some kind of emails that I assume are junk mails or something because I get a lot of bullshit emails too, and I'm like, no.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, to be fair, I mean, it's nothing in comparison, but like I'm starting to get stuff in my emails now where like Encore
Yeah, yeah.
approached me, but I
Well,
was
see, that
like,
was one that I responded to. That one made sense.
You do realize I'm based in the UK,
Right,
like,
yeah.
the
No, they
app's not
did I guess they
available here.
didn't realize that because otherwise
No, and then they even came back and was like, "Yeah, no, that's fine. Can you produce a video like this?" And I was like, Yeah, I can produce a video, but I don't have access to the app, so I can't
Oh yeah,
like
yeah, that doesn't work.
um
I wish they would open it up to international because I like to do the giveaways on there, man. And
yeah. How
you
does that
know, because
work?
what's that?
I was gonna say how does that work in terms? Who pays for the giveaway? Because it's you're giving away like a
Yeah, no,
book.
I'm giving away the item and they cover the shipping.
Oh, that's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
so
Yeah, that's
so
good.
that, to me that's
Um,
ideal. With Whatnot, you pay the shipping on the giveaways. Which is
ah,
not really a big deal, but I kinda keep a giveaway going or a couple of them, you know, and I'm doing, like, omnibus giveaways and stuff. So it's
yeah, yeah,
nice. I don't know how long they're gonna be able to keep footing that though, but, you know.
yeah. No, 100%. I saw you yesterday. You and Fee yesterday on Tom's Whatnot stream.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's funny, usually she'll, check on Whatnot because she likes to follow, like, the people that sell vintage clothing and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Which
for
is
this time, I was cooking lunch, and I just jumped on there to see what no, I jumped on there because I saw he was live on YouTube. He was live on
yeah, yeah.
YouTube doing Whatnot, so I was like, "Oh, let me go over there and just fuck with him real quick." So I just said, "What's up?" And, yeah, he was funny. I don't know that you were watching. Oh, you were there.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
He
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, "What are you doing? I kicked you off the show." Somebody booed him from the chat. It was he's a funny dude, man. That's my guy. Tom is cool, man. He hits me up all the time, check on me, how you doing, this and that.
That's good. That's good. I
Yeah.
actually so I bought some Mark Spears books from him on Whatnot,
Everybody loves
and
the Mark Spears Monsters books, right? That's
well, I
the
was
whole
gonna
big thing.
yeah. So I didn't have any Mark Spears comics, so I wanted to get one, and then like the whole stream kind of got turned into Mark Spears books,
Yeah,
and then I ended up I bought like $100 worth of these books,
there you
and
go.
then I actually won his buyer's giveaway, which was like a CGC slab. And then he was like, then as soon as he knew it was me, he was like, I'm giving you this, 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 and this, like loads of
Yeah,
things for this giveaway. And then
yeah.
it never came. And like it got stuck, like it got stuck at like Heathrow. And I
Oh,
was like,
shit.
I contacted Tom and he was like, oh yeah, just give it such amount of time and then contact Whatnot and they'll sort you out. And then
Yeah,
I got a message yesterday to say it's come back from like Tom and Ryan. They're like, just watch the stream, we'll sort you out. You can reorder it or whatever. So I was watching that stream, like trying to reorder the whole thing, and Tom was like, "Yeah, we'll sort it out afterwards. Don't worry." I was like, "Oh,
yeah. No, he will. I mean, hit him a reminder if not, but he'll get it
oh
shipped
yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah. No criticism. It was an issue to do with the weight of the package because it was so big. Um, but no, so I've got a couple of comics that I picked up. Hope you don't mind me showing these in the
I
free
don't
comic book day. So my son Jack picked up Iron Man and his awesome friends,
Oh, there you
and
go.
Spidey
Like
and
a
his
kid's
awesome
book.
friends. Yep, kids book.
I'm glad you're showing these. I haven't seen any of these.
And then this one here, which is Hulk Teach. Don't have a clue what
Mhm.
this is. He picked that up. And then the kids are absolutely obsessed with Minecraft at the minute.
Yeah. My kids
Um,
are a little bit old school Minecraft heads. They used to play back when they were younger.
Bro, I used to detest Minecraft.
Yeah.
I was like, why would anyone want to play the graphics look shit?
I would think
But
the
you know,
same thing. I'm like, "Oh, now we're getting to the point in graphics where they're so good, you could just make
yeah,
them look like
why
Mario
are you playing with
64."
these blocks like that? But then like Gemma started playing it with the kids, and I was like, oh, what is it? I'm addicted to it. Like,
Yeah,
well,
but you
like
don't need the good graphics. All the games that we loved growing up were pixels and polygons, you know?
yeah. So I'm like, we play as a family all together now. It's great. We love it. Um, Fantastic Four. This one's got like a first appearance in it of
So I was just gonna say, is that the big one from Free
I
Comic
think
Book Day?
this is the big one. It's got like a couple of first appearances. So like there's some characters like a mix between Wolverine and Deadpool, like the names are
Okay,
switched around and stuff like that. And there's a new mutant as well in it. And it's like the new X-Men team set up as well.
okay,
And then we've
that's cool.
got uh, uh, Godzilla New Heroes, which I thought was this is a pretty cool cover.
So
Uh,
who publishes that though?
this is ID.
ID?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Who is ID? Because ID just published the TMNT Adventures
Oh, it's a new
hardcover
logo for IDW. It just says
for
ID.
IDW. Okay, because I was
Yeah, yeah.
wondering because I know doesn't Image have the license for Turtles right now? But IDW is still publishing older material in compendiums and such.
Yeah, I'm quite confused because isn't Marvel got Godzilla as well now?
Well, that's what I was just gonna ask. I was like, I thought Marvel had Godzilla.
Yeah, I don't know. I know like I remember like Dark Horse had Godzilla and everything like back in the
Yeah, yeah.
day. It must be. It could be. How old is Godzilla?
Oh, I don't know. It's
Like
got to be. Didn't that shit come out in the 30s or something?
I was gonna say,
Shit
isn't
might
it
be
like?
100 years old soon.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it's 100 years old, it might be fair game for everybody.
Oh, then it's fucking. What do they call it again?
I don't know what they called it. What's
Forget the
the
term.
anyone in the chat can
Free
answer it.
domain or open
Free
public
domain.
domain.
Yeah. Spider, Amazing Spider-Man Ultimate Universe free comic book
Oh,
day.
what is that?
Don't have a clue.
That's like kind of one of the only titles I semi keep up with.
Oh, is it? So it's like Ultimate Spider-Man: The Incursion Prelude.
Oh, someone said 60s.
Or is
Snape.
it 60s? Okay,
Snape said he's an old school Gemini too. What's going on?
nice. And then obviously the one that everybody wanted is Mark
Oh,
Spears.
so Mark Spears got a Monsters free comic book day book. That's dope, man.
So what I will say about this is I think it's got a first appearance in it of a new character, but I don't know.
Like a new
Um,
Universal monster.
yeah. But what I will say about this is, in comparison to the other comics, like the Marvel ones, the Marvel paper is like
Oh,
it
super
feels
thin,
cheap.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it feels cheap. This is like really heavy. Like it's
yeah,
like it's like DC card stock for me. I feel like really
yeah.
like glossy and sharp.
Image and Boom, they usually do pretty good too.
Yeah. But I've got to say, Untold Comics sorted me out with issues 1 to 3 of Mark Spears Monsters as well.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed it. They're only
Nice.
like
I haven't
third
read them.
print, second print. They're really good, bud. Are you into horror or anything like that? Like
Nah,
like
never
no,
was into horror.
no, I didn't think you were, to be fair, actually.
Nah.
But yeah, it's a really good read. I'm really enjoying it, and the artwork. Everyone goes. Do you know? Do you remember Zoolander?
Yeah,
When they're like, Hansel is so hot right now.
yeah.
Mark Spears is literally so hot right now. It's like everything he touches is like it. I don't want to make early comparisons or anything, but it's almost like he's the new McFarlane. Like, do you know what I mean?
That's what's up,
Every,
man.
everyone's going for that artwork.
Not happy for
Um,
him, man. That's what's up.
yep. And then Jack is obsessed with Teen Titans Go, so he picked him up these. This is like a new release that's just come out as well.
Okay, cool.
So
DC.
he'll read them. Yeah, he'll
Are
read
you
them.
pretty far from a local shop? Are you what is it? Unknown? What'd you say it was?
Untold Comics. It's
Untold
in
Comics
Kidderminster. It's
that's
about
pretty close
50
to you?
minutes drive. No, it's about 50 minutes drive, about 30, 40 miles. So
Do you go every week or?
no. To be honest, outside of the only modern comics I've read this past year is Absolute Batman 1, 2,
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3. Tom's Crashdown, which I thought was good. Did you read that?
Yeah, I read it before release.
Oh
Yeah, I
wow.
was like, I got a heavy was it Alien vibe, but then
Yeah.
except for they crashed down and now they're in this planet with this squid monster thing with the
Yeah.
horror element. So it's kind of like Alien mixed with what like a hentai thing. Nah. But some type of big squid monster
Yeah.
shit. Nah, and Temple Smith is cool too, man. I met him a few times. He's a cool dude, man.
Yeah.
Ben
And
Temple Smith.
I thought I really enjoyed that. And what was the other one that and obviously Mark Spears now, which is those are the only ones that I've really read. So I don't go to the I don't pick up new comic book day or anything like that. But I
Oh
kind of
man.
want to start doing that again. But
I know, man. As you're talking, I'm like, yo, we should both start going to the LCS and reading the new monthly comics, weekly comics.
yeah, but
I don't know, and do something.
I would love to do that.
My boy
Just ain't got time.
Robbie still does it, man. He's been doing it every week for like 8 years.
Does he work in a comic shop?
Yeah, I think he
Yeah.
manages it.
Oh man, that's like the perfect.
Right,
Yeah.
because he doesn't have to buy everything. He just read it and put it
Just
back
read
or
it.
whatever.
Yeah. And he gets it like before,
Yeah,
you know.
he gets it as early as you can.
Yeah.
And but he
That's,
reads, man, 50 freaking issues a week. It's crazy, and retains all the shit.
Matt, do you know what I was gonna say? I think you've got a phenomenal memory. I
Oh,
know,
I
like
disagree. I must make it look good then, because I feel like my retention,
no,
it used to be really worse, but
no, but I mean, you're really good with like not necessarily like actor names and stuff like that,
oh,
or where
okay.
they're from, but like I think for retaining like personal information about people,
Yeah,
like
no, I remember that. I be remembering people's government names and shit, even
yeah,
though they
yeah,
have.
and I see regularly in your the Minty Fresh Morning Show,
Yeah, yeah.
there'll be somebody who probably hasn't been on for maybe even
But I
years.
remember their ass. I'd be like, "Oh, shit."
You'll remember their name, and then first time meeting you, you remember like my wife's name and stuff.
Yeah. Well, that was
I
easy,
think,
though.
yeah, I suppose, yeah, yeah. But you remembered like the bank holiday and stuff like that, even though
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
before I
No, yeah, those are details that are easy for me to remember, but comic book storylines, although when I was doing the weekly comic reviews, I was surprised myself sometimes. I'm like, "Oh, I really act like I know like I know what the hell I'm talking about." Because it kinda does. I used to always say, like, that's why I wanted to do this stream with you. When you talk it out, you start to remember everything,
remember
whether you
things. Yeah,
read it
yeah,
or a movie you
yeah.
watched or what have you. So it's fun to,
No,
like, talk it out with someone and, "Oh, yeah, I didn't remember that. What do you think they're gonna do with this?" So, yeah,
yeah.
man. That reading
Um,
retention, it used to be bad, man. Like, I had to tell myself sometimes, like, "All right, man, you gotta go back and reread that whole page because you just were looking at the words, but you weren't really
it
soaking it
doesn't.
in,"
It's
you know?
not. It's not. You not absorb the
You didn't
information. Have
absorb
you?
it for real.
I find myself now as well when I'm reading, like I'll be reading and I'll be like going like, that, and then the next minute I'll just wake up and I'm like, oh my gosh, I fell asleep.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah. Or I'll be like, "How am I reading this comic, but I'm thinking of something entirely different at the same
different.
time?" 9.9 says, "I never remember him."
uh,
Nah, I
yeah, we've
remember
got
him.
Manu in the house. Thank you so much for joining us, buddy. Really appreciate it.
He been around for a long ass time though, too.
Yeah. Tommy Keys says that a 50-minute drive is round the corner in
Not
American
maybe
terms.
for some, not for me. That's my comic shop is probably 25 to 30 minutes away, and I'm like, "I'm not doing it, man."
No, it's good. Like for me, like I think a long journey for me is like 3 hours. Like I have to have a
Oh,
break
yeah.
after
3
3 hours.
hours. That's a 6-hour round trip, man.
Yeah. Um, we've got Bat Signal Comics in the house. Thank you, Steve, for joining us. Really
What up?
appreciate it. Faithful Steve has asked the question: what are your thoughts on the new Predator movie? Have you seen the trailer?
Yeah, the trailer didn't get me excited to see the movie. I'm not like a
No,
diehard
Sam.
Predator fan. Like in the statue world, bro, Predator is huge. Prime
Really?
One Studio does like these 1/3 scale. They're like $4,000. They still buy them up. My boy Mr. X has all these different Predator statues, and like I kind of liked 1 and 2. I didn't. I'm not like big into Predator, but the new trailer was just like I don't know. It looks less that like a Predator than ever, and I was like,
No, no.
I don't
Have
know.
you seen the like the theory that it's an android with the
No,
woman
I
in the
haven't heard that one.
trailers? So remember in Alien Romulus,
Yes.
is it Andy, the guy, the android? Is his
Oh,
name
I don't
Andy?
remember. Maybe it
But
sounds familiar.
the guy that played the android in Romulus, he
Yeah,
did
yeah.
that thing with his eyes, like where they went
Mm.
back and like you could see like the numbers. She does that in the trailer, so everyone's like, "Oh, it's the same universe." Blah blah
Mm.
blah blah blah.
But they already did AVP and everything, so it's like,
Yeah. Did you enjoy those movies?
yeah, I did.
Yeah, but that one was really was it the one
Requiem?
where I can't remember which one. The one where the alien goes into like the maternity ward and then like the just throws all the eggs in all the pregnant women. That
Oh, I
was
don't
like
remember.
you can't remember that. That was sick.
I like the AVP movies. I like the Alien movies too. Predator is okay, but I don't know. I'm not really excited for the new one.
No. Um Manu says that he falls asleep reading even before he's opening the book. Do you go to any UK Comic Cons? I went to Liverpool Comic Con not last year, the year before, but before that was probably like London Film and Comic Con. Then nothing in comparison to like what you get in yours, like your country, Gem. Um,
Mhm.
they're pretty low key affairs, to be fair.
Mm.
What time is your stream?
Oh, just whenever.
You sure? I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
want to. You know, I asked you as a favor, so I didn't want to.
No, no
I
worries.
wanted to
No, I
make
mean, I
sure.
might, after this, maybe make something to eat real quick and then jump on.
What game will you be streaming?
I know Fee wants to do Silent Hill too because we've
She's
been playing
obsessed with
that.
Silent Hill, isn't she?
So we've been playing it together and shit. I know I'm trying to think of maybe will I play something else before or after? So maybe we'll
Yeah.
try Expedition 33. But I feel like the beginning is going to be slow. I think you have to like create your character and shit or something like that. I saw.
Oh, is it one of them? So so basically, if you stream that Expedition 33, probably like the first 20 minutes or 15 minutes would probably you just setting up a character on it.
I would think I tried to watch another gamer streamer, guys, Maximilian dude, big streamer. I was watching him play and I was like, this is boring as hell. But it was just like setting it up or some shit.
Sniper said that it's confirmed that it's an Android. That's cool.
So
Yeah.
in Predator's trailer they show an Android.
Yeah. Where was that?
That's
comment?
interesting. And then they're also combining the G.I. Joe Transformers world in the movies too, right? So we haven't really
Cool.
seen anything yet from that, but
That's cool. But two massive IPs, to be fair.
yeah.
Steve from Bat Signal Comics says,
I saw
Jem, I
that.
still have the Thor and Silver Surfer
That's
statue that I
dope,
got from
man.
you.
Great pieces.
Wow. Is that the Kirby Thor issue number
I
4?
assumed he meant
Them going at it?
the Silver Surfer premium format and then the Thor premium format, the bigger statues.
Oh, it's not a joint statue. It's two different.
Nah, there was one like that, but I did have one years ago. I think it was a Diamond Select one, but no, he said Thor and Silver Surfer statues. So I'm assuming he got those sideshow ones.
Cool. Faithful Steve says that he thinks the movie Prey was like Thunderbolts.
I actually haven't seen Prey. That's the only one I haven't seen.
Oh, bro, you gotta watch that. It's actually pretty decent.
I hear mixed. I hear some people say it was really good. Some people didn't like it. I'm not opposed to it. I never got around to it.
Yeah, I just remember. I just remember putting it on and being like pleasantly surprised by it.
That's what's up.
Have
you seen this new Sinners movie yet?
No, I really want to see it. Do you want to see it?
Nah, not really. I might watch it though, but
is it? I mean, I don't know if it's. I know it's like a bit of a horror theme with vampires and stuff, isn't it? But
I heard it's a vampire movie.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be really good though. I mean, that's the only reason I want to see it because people do say good things about it.
Yeah, it's like Thunderbolts. Like the positive reviews built up the.
Yeah, it made me more. It did make me want to see it more, but definitely, I don't think it's the best movie since Endgame. Like I saw some reviews say that.
Yeah.
It's like
I don't know if it like casual moviegoers or people that don't really go for a movie. If a film comes out and is really good, you're like I sat at work to a guy for about 6 years, and he probably only went to the cinema once, and he was like, "Oh, I went to go and see that movie everyone's talking about," and I was like, "What? Just because people are saying it's a good movie?" And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Do you not go to the movies for anything else?" Like, nah. So I think if a movie gets built up, people will go and see it. Like,
we'll have to see how week 2 does because I think Thunderbolts did like 70 million in the opening weekend. I saw.
Oh wow.
So I don't know. And then I think they typically have a big drop off from week 1 to week 2. Although maybe they'll have a decent week 2 if people are saying mostly good things about it. But
yeah, the Minecraft movie's done phenomenally well because considering it's actually not like a great movie. But that's kids ones always do well, don't they? Got a question here from Manu, the 9.9 newsstand. Jem, how come there has never been a simple, clean McFarlane style Venom official release statue, or has he missed it?
Yeah, I guess all the studios kind of always do their own interpretation. Like whatever artist sculpts it, usually do their version. I would love a comic accurate McFarlane statue. A lot of people have done customs like that. But to his point, I mean, any of the big studios like Sideshow, Prime One, XM always kind of did their take, or maybe there was like a Dark Origin influenced one that Prime One did, which was great. And they sometimes will do a McFarlane style portrait. But to his point, I always like that muscular kind of looks like Spider-Man, but has a face kind of look, and not so much the big monster or
tongue and teeth and everything that's
yeah,
sticking
the
out.
teeth
Yeah.
and the tongue. I mean, I do like that, but it was kind of creepy to me how he just had a face with teeth, and it wasn't necessary. It was that's all it was. But and then he was bigger, and
Yeah.
he couldn't set off the spider sense. So I don't know why. I think it's just the artist never really wanted to just maybe do his style, blatantly like that. They take inspirations here and there, but
Yeah.
not like an official one, like you mentioned.
Yeah, I mean, like, Spider-Man 300 or, Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man run from the 90s, those, like, issue 1 of that, they're, like, some of the most homaged covers out
Oh
there.
yeah, hell
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it
Spider-Man 1 and ASM 300 got to be the biggest
yeah,
homages. That and maybe like Action 1
yeah, Action 1, yeah, yeah,
or yeah, but yeah, iconic covers, man. AF-15 to gets them a lot.
yep.
I used to be a
Uh,
sucker for those homage variants, bro.
same, 100%. It's one of those things where you just like, where does it end? What do
Well,
you
that's when I stop, when you realize it never ends. And
Yeah,
then I'm
yeah.
like, "All right, I'm cool,
What
man."
what do you think about variants?
Yeah, I mean, I don't personally collect them, but,
Yeah,
there's a lot of things that other people collect that I don't collect, so, I don't really have anything against them.
yeah,
I can see the lore because I did used to like to collect them back in the day, and I used to like to get them slabbed, I used to hang them on the wall and stuff, but,
yeah,
my interest just changed to different stuff.
yeah.
I like how the
You
Omnis will have every variant in the back. Like, if I wanna look at the art, like, I'm down to just look at it through the back of the omnibus.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
I guess to me, I would collect it more so to display.
yeah.
I don't know.
No, I think it's one of those things, like you said, if people want to collect them, let them collect them. That's fine.
Right.
There's no
Who am
issue
I to
there.
say? I don't know. I
Exactly.
don't personally collect them, but
But I think what we were when we grew up as kids and we were collecting comic books. It was, you know, we never got variants.
yeah,
There might be, like a newsstand print, but that
yeah.
meant nothing to us back then. It was
Or even
just
the second print, or a reprint. We would call it a reprint, and it was worthless. It was just
yeah,
a piece of junk just so you could read it, but you wouldn't bag and board it or anything
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah,
But now obviously there's like one comic comes out, there's like probably like could be like
yeah. They
60
overdo.
covers.
It feels to me they overdo it, but at the same time, it gets artists paid. And
Yeah, yeah,
speaking to my local comic shop owner back in the day, I used to help him out because the incentives would help. If he would qualify for certain ratios, and it would really
yeah, of
help
course, yeah.
the bottom line and everything. So, I
Did you
guess there's
ever
good
have
aspects to it.
did you
But
ever
really,
have like
for every
oh, sorry.
comic that comes out, be having like 8 covers is so crazy.
Yeah. Did you ever have like a variant yourself, like an exclusive or anything like that? Or
Yeah, man. I got actually, I got one right now that we just did a drop on Encore because JPG, he's been sponsoring our channel for a long time, like 4 or 5 years.
yeah.
And he wrote the Ninja Funk book, and now he's got this Dream Killers book. And so he had it pressed up for me. He just hooked me up with it. And
Oh,
he
cool.
sent me a run. It's a Spider-Man 1 homage, but it's
Oh,
a
cool.
painted cover. Want me to show you real quick? Hold on.
Yeah, go on then. So, Jem, you are saying you like the Spider-Man 3 Venom look. Ooh, I didn't. I wasn't a fan of that, to be honest. Banu, yeah, that up to no good shit eating McFarlane Venom is great. Brilliant, brilliant. I'll
Yeah,
make you
so
big buddy for this. Hold on.
this is a painter. This guy's name is Humam Quitab. So this is like Dream Killers has these bears. You have the Death Bear. You have this is Purgatory, who's like the Sands of Time bear. So
Oh,
there's a
cool.
couple different bears, and yeah, I thought it was a cool painted cover. And then so here's the back. Got the gem mint
Oh,
on there. So
nice.
I'm the only one with this cover.
That's pretty cool.
Only made
I
81 of them. So he just made this low print run, and we got a couple different versions of this, man. We got one that has like an acetate cover,
Oh, cool.
and then the virgin covers behind it. So it's pretty cool actually.
That's awesome. That's
But
awesome.
yeah, I don't do like make my own through like
Yeah.
Marvel and DC and like do that whole thing. That's a lot of work, man. I've been around it. I don't want no part of it.
No, no. I remember going to I can't remember what the name of the comic was now. I won't even say the story, but I remember I went to a comic con and I picked up and I was like, I recognize this book from somewhere. and I picked up. I was like, I've seen this somewhere before, and it was Comic Tom's first exclusive variant. I want to say it was like something Ghost.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that too because yeah, he had it when I went out there before.
Oh,
I
I can't
forget, but
remember
it
what it
was
was
like an
called.
indie book.
Yeah, it was an indie book. Yeah.
But he
I
has
can't,
like new variant every month. He's got a new
every
variant,
every
a
month.
couple
Yeah, yeah,
for
yeah.
years.
But bro, his whatnot shows are like
Oh yeah, they're crazy.
crazy, absolutely
Yeah,
crazy. Like
yeah. But
he,
I've seen the behind the scenes, bro. That shit is a lot of work,
I
man.
can imagine, mate.
That
I
shit
can
is
imagine.
crazy.
I know. Um, are you going to be doing any whatnot
I don't
sales
know.
anytime soon? Or-
I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. I'm not opposed to it. You know, I did one a couple months ago.
It was on my
It's
birthday.
really
I
good for
remember.
moving a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Well, I mean, it's good. I mean, obviously I've not used Encore, but like
Yeah.
the
Encore
opportunity
is
to.
one at a time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Like eBay is.
yeah, yeah. How
But
long does it
Whatnot, man,
take?
you do a show, if you have, good stuff and a lot of people in there, you could move you have to do hundreds of packages. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. You get the right people in there, and you are literally flying.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It- how long
Hold
does it
on. Now I
take
gotta
to
show now I gotta show you. Hold on.
go on? What's he showing? I don't know. If you haven't already, guys, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like. Really appreciate it if you could. But no, to be fair, it's Star Wars Day, so I thought I'd show off a Star Wars book. I've only got a couple, but I believe, this is the first appearance of Darth Maul in comic books. So just thought I'd show this off. Wait, what are you showing off, Jem?
Acetate Gate 2.0. You see this?
Yeah. Is it an acetate? Bro.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, that is
Come
cool.
on, bro. You gotta give it to me on that one. Ready? Hold on.
Is that on the back as well? Is that
Yep.
what that Dara's?
Hold on. Paraz. It's Paraz because it's JPG. That's his name, John
Oh,
Paul
okay,
Paraz.
cool. Oh, cool. That's pretty cool, man.
I never seen this before. Have you ever seen where just the trade dress is on the acetate?
No,
I've never seen that. We only made 24 of these.
that's really cool.
Yeah, so just some low thing. Alex Regal did the interiors. JPG wrote the story.
That's nice, and it's good for them just to hit you up because,
Yeah,
like, yeah,
they
it's
just hit
good.
me with an exclusive. What do you want?
That's cool. Well, the hour mark there, so I think it's a good time to end if everyone's happy with that. Are you happy with
Yeah,
that?
yeah, 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 man.
All right.
So I guess we talked Thunderbolts. We talked a little bit more. I think overall Thunderbolts is if not for nothing, has got me excited for the future of the MCU.
Yep.
So I think that's a good thing in itself. I'm interested to even see the characters as new Avengers and hopefully have to go back and forth with the OG Avengers.
Well, that's the thing now. We've got to wait. When is Doomsday out now?
I
Is
think
that
it's
in
next year. I think
2026?
it's May
Yeah,
of.
yeah.
I think it's
Okay, a
GTA
year's not
6
that bad.
and Doomsday. Yeah, ain't bad.
Yeah. I think. Yeah, I think. Fantastic Four for me. I always thought that Superman was going to be the movie of the summer, but now I think
You a little bit more
maybe
hype.
I'm a bit more hyped for a Marvel movie now. So
Fantastic Four is going to give us a good looking Galactus, and we kind of,
maybe do.
we're getting a little bit more tidbits about it, making us more excited. It's bigger than itself because
Yeah,
it deals with Doomsday and it deals with Secret Wars, where we don't really know where Superman leads. Supposedly it leads into a bigger universe as well.
yeah.
But
But so the trailer for Fantastic Four was on obviously before Thunderbolts today, and obviously knowing the ending of um, Thunderbolts with Fantastic Four entering our universe through interdimensional travel, I think they said, didn't they, in the
right,
thing? So in the trailer, Pedro Pascal, who's Reed Richards, says it's like doing a press conference, and he looks dead in the camera and he goes, "We will save you."
yeah.
I don't think I don't think he's gonna save that world. That's why
And
they're
that could
coming
be
across.
maybe what pushes him to the maker, to become the
Yeah,
maker.
yeah.
That would be a
Oh,
big enough failure to
yeah,
really
yeah,
lose
yeah.
your mind.
They're gonna definitely can be holding some sort of trauma from that movie, I think.
Unless, what if they even do something like Reed sacrifices that Earth for, not to become Galactus Herald, but I don't know, something along those lines.
Oh man.
I don't know. We'll have
It
to
could
see
it
what
could it could
happens.
be anything. Could be
I
anything,
think
bro.
Doom is gonna have to kill Galactus. So again, like it's like the big character to show his power. He's the one
Yeah, of
that
course.
defeats him.
Yeah. I can't see. I don't know. It's really strange. Can you see Galactus being outside of?
This movie.
To be fair, he was in Secret Wars, though, wasn't
Yeah, but and Doom defeats him.
he? Yeah. Man, I can. Yeah, I can
In the
totally see him.
OG, and they did say that they're gonna combine from both Secret Wars.
Yeah, yeah. Because that, to be fair, I have got the omnibus of it here, but it's like
Yeah.
it's not the greatest story ever
No,
written.
but it was the first big Marvel team up though.
Crossover. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
The big crossover event or whatever.
I remember reading ages ago that basically said that this was just to sell the toys. This story was like
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what Transformers was. Shit.
yeah, yeah. 'Cause they wanted to hop onto that side of things, but no. I have to read that again before obviously the movie comes out. But
You got to read that in the Hickman Secret Wars.
yeah, definitely. In
And
fact,
there's,
I want that. It's relatively quite cheap. That is to get hold of. I think
I would think so. It's pretty new.
yeah.
What up, D Marcel? What's up? Still only 35.
Thanks for joining us, Dave. Really appreciate it.
Oh, I can see them doing that. Yeah, they probably will bring the other Reeds from the other Fantastic Four movies. Yeah, the Fan Four Stick Reed should be the maker. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. No, but have you got anything else coming up? You got any videos lined up or anything?
I just got this Omnibus haul video I'm about to drop. Man, it
Okay.
has a lot. It's a TMNT heavy haul.
Oh, cool.
I'm about to stream on the channel probably within the hour, and we'll be streaming tomorrow morning too, man. Keeping the morning show going. We're gonna keep doing that until GemCon, and maybe after GemCon we'll take a break,
Have a bit of a rest,
and, get ready for a season 3 or something. We'll see.
Because you did do that. You did like 100, didn't you?
We did 100 episodes straight,
Yeah.
weekdays. But now we just do it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday because it just feels like it's good to have a breather for everyone.
Yeah. We got Alex in the house as well. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
And
so we did that, but
Alex
so now we're only on like 35 episodes or something.
Oh, okay. And then so you'll take a break and then probably be back for like the summer, maybe. I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll figure it out. Whatever makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually bought a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collection, probably maybe like a few months ago. I need to
Well,
do a video on it.
I have all because I just got volume 17 of the IDW. I kind of want to reread that and get caught up, man.
Oh, cool. That'd be
What
good.
was it? Old Turtles that you got? What kind of? Which
Yeah,
era?
the Mirage, the first run.
Oh shit! Yeah, I just got done reading all those issues in those hardcovers.
Yeah, yeah. It was a great video. To be fair, I asked for that. It's a compendium, isn't it? Is it a compendium?
Yeah, they call them for some reason compendiums, but you got to make sure you go hard. Well, there's hardcovers compendiums and softcover compendiums.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye out because I do want them to read because I don't really want to get the comics out, but I do want them. But they're not particularly cheap in this country, I don't think.
No, I hear you. Yeah.
But no, I've got So
Triple R, what up? Sorry.
That's all right, buddy. It's all right. So I have got I've got an interview lined up for Friday with Wahoo Comics with Michael from Comics. I am trying to branch out and actually do like interviews with like artists and like people in the industry, but it's so hard to because everyone's communicating via email and stuff like that. So it's just like, and they're all obviously based in different time zones. So trying to get you're dealing with like I want to say like their PAs and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I'll find out if they're free and blah blah blah. And then it's literally going to be like at the drop of a hat. I think they'll be like, oh yeah, they're actually free tomorrow, stuff like that. So it's hard to work around, but hopefully getting into that.
My whole thing with that was always trying to do all the research behind was hard because you don't always know all about that certain creator,
Yeah, it's like I remember Dave from West Coast Avengers did an interview like Todd McFarlane, and like I would I would kill. Like, obviously it'd be like a dream to do it, but I think I'd shit myself because I'm like,
It's
I need
intimidating,
to.
bro. Yo, and the
Yeah,
thing with Todd is you could be as prepared as you want to be.
he's just
You
gonna
don't
go
know
off
where
and
he's
talk
gonna
about
take
what.
you, and
Yeah, he's
he
just gonna
will
go.
control that convo and take you, and you won't even know what the hell's going on.
Yeah,
But he's a cool dude too, man. But very intimidating. And I guess I'm the type that gets kind of
y-
intimidated, like or gets starstruck.
yeah. Well, I
I'm like,
remember. I think it was. I don't know if it was at like San Diego Comic Con. You were like interviewing him, weren't you? Like, like
yeah.
doing a back and
But
forth
I
with him.
was lucky because I only had a very short amount of time, and I had to come up with like whatever. Maybe it was 5 questions, one question, or whatever. So I had the optimal situation where I wasn't just hanging out there, and
Yeah, yeah.
it was a real quick thing. And he's a professional, so
I think. I
it was
think I
pretty
remember
cool.
you last week saying about. I don't know if it was for him or Jim Lee, but I think it was McFarlane where you said that he doesn't go to the toilet, and you were busting to go.
Yeah. So yeah, he's telling this whole story on how this is the first time I'm meeting him in person. He's telling the story, and there's like we've kind of formed this little kind of U shape in front of him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And he's telling this story on how he goes to CGC and how he don't drink nothing, so he doesn't take bathroom breaks. So because otherwise he's not going to be able to finish how many books they want him to sign. And I think he was mentioning how like somebody from CGC had to get up to the bathroom and he was giving him shit. Meanwhile, I gotta pee
You-
bad as hell this whole time I'm standing there, and I'm like, "Fuck, I can't just go to the bathroom right now." This guy's in the middle of telling me about how only
yeah, yeah.
losers go to the bathroom.
It,
He was basically making this whole thing about it. And you know me, man, I started getting drinking a lot of alcohol or a lot of water, and
yeah.
I got to keep going. So I had to say, "Fuck it, man." I was like, I just crept back, hit the bathroom, and again, I came back, and he didn't say anything.
Is
But it was
is there
funny
anyone?
because he had a legit point though. He's at CGC. He's like, "You want me to sign how many books? I know how
Yeah, he
long it
needs to
takes
get
me to
thrown.
sign. How many books I can sign in a minute? We'll be here till tomorrow if we work at this pace."
Yeah.
But it was just
No.
funny. It was I had to pee so bad.
You're just doing the Homer Simpson going back into the bush,
Exactly.
like.
That's all you got. I was like,
Uh. Is there any have you ever, like, they always say, don't they, sometimes it's not great to meet like your heroes. Have you ever met somebody in like the industry that you didn't have like a,
hmm,
not
I
to
don't think
rag
so.
on anyone or that?
Not that I could think of.
I
Not that I
I,
could think of really.
I just remember I met did you ever watch Smallville?
No, I never watched it.
Ah, man. I met
Uh,
I met Tom Welling, who's the guy who plays Clark Kent in that, and I was just like super disappointed when I met him.
damn.
So,
That sucks. I remember when I met the Red Ranger, not the OG Red Ranger, the second one, Rocky.
oh, Rocky, yeah.
Yeah. And he was cool as fuck, man. Because I was never really a fan of him growing up. I was with the OG Rangers and I met him in person. And he was like on some, let's go out and get drinks and shit. Like he was cool.
Oh, nice.
And so was who was it? Donnie Cates was pretty cool too, man. Donnie Cates went out of his way. Manimal, I was hanging with him, and he got him to come to the brewery outside of the convention, and we were live streaming from the patio, drinking beers and shit. I was like, yo, he didn't have
Oh,
to do that
wow.
shit at
That's
all, man.
awesome.
That was
He's
crazy, right?
yeah, he wait, what was it, a few months back he announced he was coming back then though, so I'm
Yeah, I
glad that
saw that.
he.
Hopefully, man. I remember I was it was at C2E2, the whole acetate gate thing, and
Yeah.
he was in the line behind me in Starbucks. I turned around, I was like, oh shit, what's up, Donnie? And he goes, hey, what's up? And I
Did
was
he
like,
remember you?
nothing, man. Just got my coffee and I dipped.
Ah, fair play. That's good. That's good. No, but I appreciate everyone for watching. Jem, super, like, I just love hanging out with you anyway. So to talk about
I was
things
glad
like,
we were able to catch up. It's been a little minute, right? I think you
yeah,
came on my stream when we were doing the morning show, season 1.
yeah, bro, I had such a great time. Like your morning meeting, oh my gosh, your minty fresh morning shows are absolutely like I love it, but I just love like the whole chat interaction. Like I don't,
Yeah.
you've got such a great community, and you've moved over to Discord. It's really great.
Yeah, it's
Um,
fun, man. Just kind of shoot the shit about, current events and nostalgic shit, and that's it, and just
yeah,
have
is
fun.
that are you having any guests on again or anything like that, or in the
No
future or
plans.
not?
No plans
No.
at all.
No worries. Okay, no worries. No, everybody in the chat, you've been fantastic. Thank you for asking the questions and keeping the chat up. Really appreciate it. And Jem is gonna hop on in a bit on
Yeah.
check out his game stream. So
Appreciate it, man.
thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Peace.
Bye.